If you're hearing this before the 19th of October 2025, the Mind, Body, Soul experience, I'll be providing mediumship, psychic readings. I'll be using the cards, the pendulum, my charms. You all love when I use my charms. 45-minute session, and you will get a free ticket to the event, plus a legacy CD from me. Come along. You'll have to be quick. Book now. Link in the description. Look forward to seeing you there. Technology is a gift. It connects us, it informs us, and it allows creativity in a way that we've never had before. But when it's unbalanced, it leads to burnout, anxiety, and even depression. Constant screen use overstimulates us. It raises anxiety, it fuels FOMO, the fear of missing out, and it erodes our focus. From a neuroscience angle, apps are designed to hijack our dopamine system. Every notification, every ping gives us a little chemical hit that keeps us hooked. And from a spiritual perspective, we lose silence, where we hear ourselves and something greater. Tech boundaries aren't being restrictive. What you're doing with tech boundaries is reclaiming your sacred space. So let's go into 5 powerful boundaries and practices that you can start today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on YouTube. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, tap auto download, so new episodes are ready for you every time they drop. Now, let's dive in.
You're listening to the Inquisitive Wren podcast, the show that brings you philosophical ponderings of your life from a bird's eye view. Now, here's your host, Sha.
Number 1, the 20-minute reset rule. The very first step is a 20-minute reset rule. Every 2 hours, take at least 20 minutes completely away from your screens. This is easy to do. Set your alarm. That's all you have to do. You can use your timer for 20 minutes. Just like you did when you were studying for that degree, for that master's, for that PhD, you used all those tools to help set timers. Why? Because neuroscience shows us that breaks restore focus. They prevent cognitive fatigue and reset the nervous system. Without them, our brain stays in a constant state of stimulation. Never a good thing for our brains, which over time raises cortisol, the stress hormone. We want to do everything we can to not raise our stress hormones, unless we're in real danger and we need to escape. So every couple of hours, step outside, stretch, move, practice mindful breathing. I'm making this video as much for myself as I am for you guys. I too have to remind myself to do all of these things. Sometimes I'll stand up and my legs are going, whoa, where have you been? On a spiritual level, this pause is a way to hear yourself again. It's in those little gaps that creativity, intuition, and peace rise up. One of the reasons why we are so addicted to all of that stuff is because it's a distraction from the real deal. Here's something to try. Set a timer on your phone or computer that reminds you to take a screen pause. Screen-free pause. At first, it might feel strange, but soon your mind will crave the reset and it will become automatic, and you will find that you don't even have to set the timer anymore. Your body automatically wants that reset. And then you have to give yourself a well done, because that means you've been practicing. Number 2 is to create a digital curfew. So a digital curfew is to turn off your screens at least 60 to 90 minutes before bedtime. I can hear you all going, shock horror, absolutely no way. But why? Why would I suggest this? It's because the blue light from the screens, and I had to look this up, but the blue light from the screens suppress melatonin. But I will tell you a bit of personal how I found out my eyes were getting extremely tired. And so when I went to have my eye exams, they said, your nothing's changed. Excellent. And I said, but my eyes are really hurting. So they prescribed the light glasses and they explained the whole blue light thing. So the blue light from the screen suppresses melatonin. It's the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. No wonder so many people lie awake after scrolling in bed. From a psychological perspective, late night scrolling feeds anxiety and rumination. Your mind is overstimulated when it needs to be winding down. Instead, create a bedtime ritual. So you could drink herbal tea. I know a lot of people hate herbal tea. Read a physical book, an actual physical book with pages, real pages that you touch. Or write in a gratitude journal something that takes you away from your screen. Spiritually, this curfew is about honoring the night as sacred. The night used to be a sacred time. It was a time when people put on their PJs. They, took a shower or bath, put on your PJs, on your robe and your cozy slippers, and you cuddled up with your loved one or your animal, your cat, your dog, and you're saying, I respect my body's need to rest. I trust the quiet. So try this tonight. Put your phone in another room and replace the habit with something restorative and notice the difference in your sleep. You will notice a difference. If you're into living with purpose, clarity, and soul, check out the Aligned Living newsletter. I am genuinely obsessed with creating it. Every month, I share strategies that actually work, drawn from over 20 years as a therapist, plus powerful insights into spiritual and personal growth. You'll get access to free resources like the Aligned Living Journal, full e-courses, guided meditations, and tools to help you shift your energy, habits, and mindset, all for free when you sign up. I'm building this with heart, with soul, with honesty, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. Head to the link in the show notes and join me today. Number 3 is detox your notifications. Again, I can sort of hear the echoes of, oh my goodness, no. The third boundary about the detox notification is every ping, every alert is designed to hijack your attention. Of course, that's why they're there. But neuroscience tells us that each notification triggers a dopamine hit. So each and every time that ping goes off, no matter how cute and sweet and lovely and 1960s music playing for all your notifications, the same chemical loop that's used in gambling goes off. That's dopamine. That's what gamblers get. So over time, this keeps you addicted to checking your phone, checking your notifications, even when you don't need to. Psychologically, constant interruptions raise cortisol levels, leaving us stressed and unable to concentrate deeply on anything. That's why we miss so much. So go into your settings and switch off all non-essential notifications. Keep only what's truly necessary, like calls or messages from close family, friends. Spiritually, think of your attention as sacred currency. The only thing that should be grabbing your attention is something that's feeding your soul. Where you place it is where your energy flows. Protect it wisely. Try this. Choose just twice a day to batch check emails or social media. See how freeing it feels not to be pulled in every 5 minutes or every couple of minutes. You may wish to try first thing in the morning and maybe late afternoon. Do you really need to check everything at 8 p.m.? Depending on your work, perhaps you do, but then you'll have to make other choices around that.
Never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button right now. Thank you for your support. You make this podcast possible. Now, back to the show.
Number 4, establish a tech-free zone. So having a tech-free zone like the kitchen when you've got company, I think is perfectly reasonable. Meals, there you go, bedtime, meditation, prayer, or time with loved ones should be sacred. These are the moments that nurture connection and presence, and screens dilute them. Psychology shows that people who have phone-free dinners report higher relationship satisfaction and stronger bonds. Well, we're not surprised. There is a reason why the whole family structure is breaking down. It's not just about society. Sociology has lots of studies around that, but also people are so distracted. So on a spiritual level, tech-free zones reclaim silence as a practice. They create space for reflection, connection, and gratitude. Try this. Start with one tech-free zone. Maybe no phones at dinner or at the dinner table or in the bedroom. Place your device in another room and fully immerse yourself in the moment. And lastly, number 5, replace with restorative practices. Psychology shows us that behavior change sticks when you replace the habit with something equally satisfying. So instead of reaching for your phone when you're bored, when there's quiet time, when you're stressed, replace it with something that nourishes you. So try this. Try journaling, creative hobbies, walking in nature, breath work, or mindful meditation. From a spiritual perspective, these replacements are rituals. Lighting a candle, sitting in silence, writing your thoughts. All of these remind you that you are more than a consumer of content. You're a creator of your own life. Here are a few extra practices that you might find helpful. Number 1 is to try a digital Sabbath. 1 day a week with minimal or no screen time. Use screen time tracking apps to gently raise awareness, not to punish yourself. Celebrate your small wins. So even 10 minutes of phone-free silence, it can reset your whole nervous system and bring you back to clarity. These are little practices that you can try each day, each week, each month to help bring back your equilibrium. Technology isn't the enemy, but when you use it without boundaries, without thinking, it takes over your life and your mental health suffers. So by adding breaks, setting curfews, switching off notifications, creating sacred free time, sacred space time, filling your time with restorative practices, you can reclaim your focus, your peace, and your spirit. To help you, I've created a free digital detox journal. You'll find the link in the description below. It's a simple guided tool that helps you track your habits, balance your energy, and stay accountable as you reset your digital life. You've got control over this. Digital isn't forcing you. It's not forcing your hand. You're choosing to go towards it. If this gave you something to think about, don't stop here. Just tap the next video on screen. It's packed with more insight to help you shift, grow, and reconnect with yourself. There's also a playlist on screen, so tap that playlist and I'll see you there.